Hi guys, welcome you all to my channel Explore Edu to Teach.
The last topic in control system called as the state variable analysis. So this is the last topic. As I said, there are many more videos on control system uploaded on my YouTube channel control system playlist, so you can go and watch it from there. It is a very important topic. So if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram as well. The links are given down in the description box. My Instagram page can be very helpful to you all because it contains a lot of formula sheets, summary videos which can be helpful for you during the time of your examination. So let's begin up with state variable analysis. So before entering into what is state variable analysis and how do we approach it, you need to understand what is it and what was the kind of analysis that we were doing till now. If you understand that this is a kind of analysis that we were doing till now and why do we need to go ahead, this topic can get simpler for you. So till now we were learning about classical kind of analysis, that is the transfer function kind of analysis. But the next analysis that we have is the state variable kind of analysis. So I hope I am very clear. Till now we were learning about the classical analysis, that is a transfer function, but it has its own limitation. Hence we are now switching on to the state variable analysis. So in case of classical kind of analysis, you have only LTI system, but here you have LTI and non-LTI both. In classical we have SISO, that is single input single output, whereas in case of state variable we have SISO, MIMO, so on and so forth. In case of classical we have no internal state, here you have internal state, and the classical analysis is only for zero state response. Whereas in case of your state variable analysis, we have zero state response and zero initial response as well. That is, the initial conditions are considered in case of your state variable analysis, whereas the initial conditions are not meant for classical function. So in case of classical analysis, that's the transfer function analysis we were doing till now, and it has its own limitation. Hence the other kind of analysis that we'll be learning now is the state variable analysis. This is a very good question which can be asked in the examination. What is the difference between the classical or the transfer function kind of analysis and the state variable analysis? So the clear cut thing is given over here. The notes are present down in the description box, so please you can go and download it from there as well. So let's try to understand about the representation used in case of classical analysis. So here if you see, we have some kind of symbols which are used. I just read the statement, read the equation, then I'll make you understand each term in it. We have x dash is equal to ax plus bu and y is equal to cx plus du. So this x dash stands for the number of variables which are there in the equation. Then we have y is the output, u is the unit step input, and the other things a, b, c, d are the variables. You need to know the order of each variable, that is x is n cross 1, a is n cross n, b is n cross m, u is m cross 1, y is p cross 1, and c is p cross n. So you need to know these equations very well firstly, and once you know the equation, you need to know the order of each and every variable very well. That will help you in understanding the things properly. So I hope I am very clear with this. Next, as I told you, over here we talked about what are the equations, what is going to be the order of each and every variable, but then you need to know the order having different variables, the meaning of each and every variable, that is m, n, p, what are this meaning? So the n indicates the number of state variables, that is we have different variables like x1, x2, x3. So the number of variables will be equal to the n. M indicates the number of inputs and P indicates the number of outputs over here. So there are certain terms you should be aware about: state transition matrix and state transition equation. So what happens is that you might be given a graph or you might be given the equations which are given over here, and from that you will be asked, this is a very common question in the paper, find out the state transition matrix and the state transition equation. So we will be solving a numerical also on it so that you have a better understanding about it, but you should know this thing. what is a state transition matrix STM and what is a state transition equation STE. You have to know its formula so that when we have equations on it, we can solve questions. Okay. So what is a state transition matrix? State transition matrix is given as Laplace inverse of SI minus A inverse. And the state transition equation is given as x of t, which is 0 initial condition, and x of t, which is 0 state response. So I hope I am very clear with this. We have certain properties of your state transition matrix. That is, phi raised to nt is given as phi of nt, phi of 0 is an identity, and phi of t1 plus t2 is equal to phi of t1 into phi of t2. Understood? So the next thing that we have is controllable and observable. Okay, so what happens is that we have this matrix for controllable, whereas m is given as b, ab, a square b till a raised to n minus 1b, where n indicates the number of variables. Now if this m is not equal to 0, the determinant is not equal to 0, then it is controllable, either is uncontrollable. Similarly, we have conditions for observable as well. So you need to know this equation very well. You need to remember this equation representation very well. X dash is given as ax plus bu and y is given as cx plus du. I hope I am very clear with this. If you know this representation very well, you can always find out the state transition matrix, state transition equation, and finally if the particular given equation is controllable or observable. So let us try to solve that particular numeric onto a particular numerical. These numericals are very famous in your competitive exams as well as in the university exam. So please try to understand this very well. And if you understood this problem, please comment in the comment section as well. So the equation says x dash is equal to ax plus bu. So if you see, this stands for my A, this stands for my B. So I hope I am very clear with this. They are asking you to find out firstly the state transition matrix. If I find out the state transition matrix first, what is the value of state transition matrix? It says Laplace inverse of SI minus A inverse. So SI stands for this. A is given as 0, 1, 0, minus 3, and you have to find out the Laplace inverse of this. So my state transition matrix is given as this thing. So I hope I am very clear with this. So you have the equations given as x dash is equal to ax plus bu and your state transition matrix is asked. So the state transition matrix basically stands for Laplace inverse of SI minus A inverse. The SI is given over here, A is given over here. You can find out SI minus A inverse. So I hope I am very clear with this. The next topic is the finding of the state transition equation. So basically what you have to do is that if you look at this particular value which you got SI minus A, Laplace inverse SI minus A inverse, just take this value over here and you have to write the initial conditions. If you see over here, the initial conditions are mentioned minus 1, 3 transpose. So just multiply the state transition matrix with the initial condition and you will get the state transition equation as well. So this is the only thing. So as I always keep on saying, remember these equations very well. X dash is equal to ax plus bu, y is equal to cx plus du. Because if any equation is given to you, you should be able to find out the terms in that. That is a, b, c, d. So if you do state transition matrix, it is Laplace inverse of SI minus A inverse, and the state transition equation is given as Laplace inverse SI minus A inverse into your initial conditions, and try to find out the answer. So this is very important. So the next you have this diagram which was asked in GATE paper. These notes are uploaded in my description box as well. It's the same concept, you can go through it. If you don't understand that, please comment in the comment section for me to bring about a new video explaining this GATE problem and this gate question which has come in the gate examination. So I'll try to bring a video separately on it. This video will talk about the basic idea and the solving of numericals on state variable analysis. So if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you so much.